Hi guys, and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be talking about the new Doctor Who sets for August that are going to be releasing in B&M stores across the UK. So yeah, I'm just going to go through my opinions, what I think about the new figures, and yeah, just overall kind of general opinions, all that kind of stuff. So let's get into it. Please remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And yeah, let's get into the main topic of the video. So the first set we have up on the screen now is the History of the Dalek set 9. Now this looks really good because we're getting two figures. One looks really brand new, and the other one is a re-release from 2008. So that's a long time waiting. But both of the figures do look absolutely amazing. On your left we have the translucent Dalek, and on your right we have the Supreme Dalek. Now these two do look absolutely amazing. I definitely really want to pick up this set because they do look absolutely amazing. The translucent Dalek, the see-through Dalek, does look absolutely cool. Really cool, because you kind of get to see the whole way through the Dalek. I think that works really well, and it's good that you can also see all the parts inside the Dalek, which I think is really cool. All the plastic stuff, which is very interesting. But the overall Dalek design does look really cool. I like how you can see straight through and everything like that. It's really cool. Moving on to the Supreme Dalek. The Supreme Dalek is the one that I'm really excited for because it was only released in 2008, and I wasn't expecting them to re-release it, but they did, and it looks absolutely amazing. And this goes for ridiculous money on the internet, like really ridiculous money. So it's great that they've decided to re-release it, and it does look absolutely amazing. They made a few different touches. They added in purple headlights rather than red, and that probably makes more sense, more kind of accurate, or just a variation, mix it up a bit. But it does look really good nonetheless. I do like how they got all the gold bubbles on the side, and it does look painted absolutely amazingly. I like the attention to detail there, all the little markings and all of that kind of stuff, and the base bit rised up a bit. I think that does look really cool as well. Taking a look at the packaging at the back, you can see that they've added in a brand new kind of design thing where there's no plastic around the outside, it's literally inside. Which is a bit of a bummer because I really do prefer it when the plastic is lifted. It's more protection for the figures. But the packaging looks very similar to how it was before, nonetheless. But I am really, really looking forward to picking up this set. It does look really great. All the attention to details are there. I believe that black Dalek, no, not Black Dalek, the see-through Dalek was originally released as a Black Dalek who was half see-through, with John Pertwee in about 2012, 2013 kind of time. But it's great for that to kind of get a re-release and kind of redesigned it a bit, which I'm really happy about that, because I've always wanted to get my hands on these Daleks, because I wasn't really a collector at those times, around that kind of time, so it's good for me to pick these up, because yeah, I think they do look absolutely exceptional. They amazing, absolutely amazing, sensational Daleks. They're amazing. So let's move on to the next set. The next Dalek set is History of the Dalek set 10, which we see the re-release of these guys. And these two Daleks were released in around, I believe it was, the year slipped my mind now, but I think it was about 2008 or 2009, or maybe early 2010. So anywhere between them 3 years. These ones have had a bit of an argument going on the internet, because of the paint job. People are really annoyed about the grey bits, the silver bits there, not being painted fully black. So that's got people in a bit of a rage. But other than that, they do look really good. I like how that one's got like the yellow headlight things, and that one's got just the normal see-through one. I think it's just a bit of variation, and also accuracy things, and trying to make things better. But the hands and claws and guns look really good. really done really well. The plungers look good. Everything about this one looks good. The blue eye stalk thing looks reasonably good. But yeah, so I think these Daleks do look really great. The packaging's the same as the one I mentioned on the previous set I was talking about, but they do look really great. I do like how it does have all the little Dalek bumps and all the little side metal bits and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, not really much to say about these guys. But they do look very good. I'm impressed that they have still managed to release these Daleks. So they'll be nice for the John Pertwee shelf, and they do look amazing though. I've got to say, I haven't had these before. I know people have had the sound effects one of these, and the one that was released with John Pertwee and the Doctor Dalek thing, quite a few years ago now. But I don't have these, so it would be really great to put them in alongside John Pertwee and Sarah Jane and Joe Grant and all that kind of stuff. I think it would be great. So let's move on to the next set. So this is the controversial set of the thing, or of the overall figures. It's quite controversial because of all the different figures here. As you can see, two of them are just standard 10th Doctors, and the one on the left hand side is a bit unusual, to be honest, if we can say the least. But before we get into that figure, let's kind of talk about the first two in front of us. Apparently, these ones are based on the wedding of Sarah Jane Smith, the Sarah Jane Adventures episode. That's really good because then we finally get some Sarah Jane Adventures figures, which is a long time coming, to be honest. But yeah, but I don't remember the 10th Doctor's hair looking like that, though that's the only issue. His hair was more spiky in that episode, rather than flat and combed over. But they do look really great. I like how the blue is like really like the perfect colour of blue. That's like stunning perfect colour of blue. You got the suit really right, I think, the blue. No pinstripes. The lack of pinstripes is very similar because I believe it is in the wedding of Sarah Jane Smith, where there is hardly any pinstripes at all, that you can't actually see the pinstripes that well at all in that episode. I remember watching it, and there was like not hardly any pinstripes. And photos I've seen recently, there wasn't very many pinstripes. So that kind of tells me that yeah, they were trying to do their best. I do like the brown suit 10th Doctor at the end. It does look very good. I believe these three were originally supposed to have ball jointed arms, but I think something went wrong during the prototyping stage and something. So they released these three standard 10th Doctors. Well, I mean three, I mean just two standard 10th Doctors. But yeah, I do like the detail. The tie is painted in a slightly different way to the other versions, which I think is really good. And the light blue really works because the original is quite different. It's like how it was in the like Smith and Jones. This one's based on Wedding of Sarah Jane Smith, so they've kind of gone for the more, I don't know, brighter colours, I suppose, because the cameras on Sarah Jane were quite bright, if you know what I mean, compared to the ones on Doctor Who where it really pulls out the pinstripes, if you know what I mean. So it was quite lighter, the 10th Doctor's costume. The tie is captured very well with that kind of floral pattern. Yeah, it does look really good, and the jacket's very nice. The nice detail there on the brown coat. I know people have compared it on the internet. I believe I've seen people have compared it to the 13 Doctors set. So that'll be nice for me to pick that up because I never picked up the 13 Doctors set, so it'll be really great for me. So yeah, the first two are like more standard 10th Doctors, but if we get to the one on the left hand side, over here, we see the 10th Doctor in a raggedy costume, where you guys probably remember Matt Smith wore this costume in his first episode. but it is a completely different costume and completely different identity. To be honest, this body is the original 11th Doctor's body from the Crash set. I do own the Crash set actually, so yeah. But they've taken the body of the 11th Doctor from the Crash set and they've stuck a series 2 David Tennant head on it. I don't know why, it's a bit random, but there are a few scenes, I believe, in Series 4 and the specials where he does just have the tie hanging out with just a shirt. That could be trying to reference that, but I found out the real reason since then. The real reason is that they were originally going to have it is originally is based on a comic cover by one of the comics like many years ago now, of David Tennant at the front just wearing that costume. So it's obviously just a Photoshop and they just stuck David Tennant's head on. But yeah, it's a bit of a random variant to say the least, but I think it's great that we're getting a different version of David Tennant. You can also see the tie fully out wearing the floral pattern compared to the uh, the the other pattern on the Raggedy Doctor that was released way back in 2010. So I think it's great that they've kind of mixed it up a bit. But this set does look really good. And moving on to what it looks like on the packaging. So this is what the 10th Doctor set will look like when you pick it up. So yeah, it does look really good. Yeah, it looks good in the packaging. It's a shame they can't be ball jointed, obviously, but I think it's the best of what you can get. These figures are decently made, and the attention to detail on these ones do look really good, particularly the suited David Tennant and the full long coat, frock coat jacket thing. Yeah, and the raggedy 10th Doctor is just a bit of fun, you know. It'll be fine. It's just a figure. I don't know why people are getting so angry about it. It's a great figure. He'll be all right. I know people have said that people aren't going to pick this one up, so if you want to pick up this set, you probably will be able to. So that's a good thing, I suppose. But it's great to have these versions of David Tennant. I don't have that many David Tennant figures that much, so it'd be great to pick up these three. They do look really great. So moving on to the fourth and final set, which is the 8th Doctor's collector set. This is the 8th Doctor set, and yeah, you can see all three versions of the 8th Doctor throughout the years. Obviously, you've got the TV movie 8th Doctor, then you've got, you know, Night of the Doctor, and then you've got the audio Big Finish Doctor, Paul McGann. So yeah, it's great to get all three of these. I have the one at the end already, but it's nice it comes with a satchel. That's really cool. It's a little accessory. Shame it didn't come with a Sonic. That would have been amazing. But it's probably a cost reason. But yeah, they all do look absolutely amazing. I don't have the first two on the left. I don't have them, so it'll be really great to get them. I do like the 8th Doctor figure. I think that one, the 8th Doctor from the TV movie on the left, he does look absolutely amazing. I believe someone said recently that it was more accurate colours to the original one, and his hair's a lot more lighter as well, which I think is really well done. I think it looks amazing. I think they've really captured how he looked in the TV movie in 1996. So I think that's really great, and I do like the costume. It does look really great, and it's also got the spuckled effect on his trousers, which I think is really good. Really good detail. The buttons really stick out a lot more. This looks way better than the original, which obviously was an exclusive to the 11th Doctor's set, which I don't have, so it'll be really great to get my hands on the 8th Doctor, because I really think he does look absolutely amazing. Moving on to the Night of the Doctor. Now, that was a bit of a mouthful. So the Night of the Doctor is has only been released twice. Once as an extremely rare collector one. Then it was released again in the 13 Doctor set. So I don't have this one because it is extremely rare and goes for ridiculous money on the internet, like really ridiculous, almost ridiculous as the Dalek I was talking about earlier, because that goes for ridiculous money on the internet. So it'll be really great to get that Paul McGann. I know it's more cleaner, not as battered, which I think is really good because then you could have your kind of, you know, other stuff you can do with it, rather than him just looking like he's in mud. I think this Paul McGann figure does look really greatly detailed. It looks amazing. The hair sculpt, the head sculpt is really good, and all the figures do look really good. The attention to detail on like the boots and the legs and everything like that, I think they do look really great. And yeah, all of these Doctor Who figures do look amazing of the Doctor. The 8th Doctor at the end, yeah, it's nice to have him as a bonus figure. I think it does look really good, but I would have preferred maybe if they tweaked the jacket, you know, made the jacket slightly different, you know, and used the jacket from the Primeval figure of Nick Carter. I think it would have been good if they'd done that, used the Nick Carter jacket. I think that would have worked really well, but they didn't. Well, it's a bit of a shame, but it would have been nice if they'd done something else with that figure. But the satchel, I think, kind of makes up for it. But this set I'm looking forward to buying because it does look really great. Moving on to what it looks like now inside the box. So this is how it will look like when you're in the shops. So you have the first 8th Doctor, but on your left with the standard TV movie Doctor, but repainted, resculpted, not resculpted, but they've tweaked the hair and stuff like that. They've done other changes. The speckled effect on the trousers, absolutely amazing. Then the middle one, he's kind of just there. I think it's just because B&M have a batch of him. He will be the definitive 8th Doctor figure because he's been released about 5 or 6 times or something ridiculous like that. Obviously, you got the satchel. You can see more of the detail on the satchel, so they've done a pretty good job. And then the 9th Doctor, 8th Doctor, does look really good. Yeah, the 8th Doctor does look really captured here. So that's what I find. He does look really great. I suppose we could all say, I'm the Doctor. That was my Paul McGann impression. So, yeah, so I think he does look really great there. The 8th Doctor is captured really well. Yeah, so, yeah, I think these 8th Doctor figures, this will probably be the most sold set. I think people will go after this in bucket loads. So, yeah. So that's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And I really am hoping to get to 55 subscribers soon. So, thank you for watching the video, and I'll say goodbye from me, Evan.